Right. Right. Well, you know, the thing about neighbors, man, or a lot of my neighbors are cool. I think I don't got nothing against none of my neighbors, but like, you know what I mean, don't have your daughter outside putting her body all in the air and she's like a 10-year-old minor. I mean, what type of grown man would actually use his daughter in a sexual position like that because the gang stalking program told him to do it? And and you know, it's like people like that's why I'm lucky I went through the program and changed a lot of stuff about myself, man. Because like little stuff like this same dude, I was outside last winter and he rolled up on me, man. I asked his wife, I said, did somebody pay you to spy on me? And she said no. And I guess she got scared and went back home and told him. And this little bitch ass fool rolled up on me with a baseball bat in the car. Like he was trying to intimidate me, but the way he did it, I could tell. Okay, he's probably scared. He looks like he can't fight. You know, I'll three-piece him real quick, knock his ass out, leave him laying in the front of the street. It's really nothing, you know. So I let it go. And then he uses his daughter to bend over and all that stuff in the backyard. And I'm like, man, what kind of weird pedophile stuff? What do you do in your private time? Videotape her naked and stuff? You know what I mean? He looks like a type of dude that do stuff like that. And so,
no, that shit's wrong, dude. Like that's the part that, like, not only is it the pedophile part, but I mean, that shit's just creepy.
it is.
That you would actually do. It's not just like, oh, whoop your ass for doing that type of shit, but it's like if those are the type of perps they're using, like, I mean, that's the part that also keeps me on edge, like that people are willing to do that type of shit.
See, they don't know. See, where I live at is a suburb neighborhood, and it's real quiet and peaceful and stuff like that. And these fools around here don't know about me. I can take you to other areas. I can take him to other areas, and people will let him know, you know, I'm about that action. You know what I mean? Like, if he wants to be a pedophile and molest children and all that stuff, that's okay for him to do that on my time. But don't bring that to me, you know what I mean? Because I'm out there lifting weights, hanging out. You know, I'm subject to just busting the head with those damn barbells or something. You know what I mean?
No, for real, when did that shit happen?
Yeah, I don't know. He did it like a week ago, man. Like, you know, he's sitting out there a week ago. And see the dude. Okay, there's two. Like the dude on one side of me is a dude. He's cool. He's cool. His wife's sexy as fuck. She's fine as hell. He's cool. And the other dude cool too. His wife's pretty too. I mean, he's cool too. Both of the people that live next to me seem real cool. And so I never, you know, I'm just like, you know, I'm sure they do what they do working for the program or whatever, but they're cool though. If they say something to me, it's usually a peaceful thing. I've never had like a negative, you know, at least not since the summer came. Everything has been cool. You know, we wave at each other, we talk to each other. But then there's another dude across from him that lives in the grass. This motherfucker back there be playing horseshoe, plastic, like he be using little kids stuff, like playing horseshoes and stuff with little plastic emblems. And I'm sitting out there today lifting weights, and he comes outside talking about, if people don't like steak, I like my steak. The program told him to say that because I was talking about steak on the phone, right? And I'm just looking at this little bitch ass fool, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like motherfucker, don't you know I'll knock you out? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like.
No, you do that pedophile shit around me, dude, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. Dude, I'm learning how to deal with the perps after this, you know?
Right.
Because I think the perps in general are, I think they're pedophiles, they're grown, like they call it gang stalking, or, you know, grown born. I think it's pedophile-ish what they do to people that are grown, like Tori. I think that's how they do it to you. I think how they do it to me. I think it's just, I think it's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting, you know?
Right. Because I don't want no damn 10-year-old girl. Shit, I want your wife to suck my dick. I don't want no little girl. You know what I mean? I want his wife. Shit, I want that head from his wife. I don't want no damn 10-year-old minor. Shit.
No, I think it's fucking weird, man. But like, fuck, dude, I experienced that living here in knocking and shit. Like, constantly on my walls and shit. And I've been sleeping a little bit today, and as soon as I wake up, like they start mimicking it and shit. And it's like, man, like you guys are the worst fucking like I mean, you guys. I house, taping up, parts of my doors and shit, thinking there's cameras in here. And then I was told that I was going to jail the rest of my life, and I was afraid that I was going to go to jail for the rest of my life. And then, it went from that to, telling me, you're being exposed for being a bad person. And I thought whenever I went in public, people were looking at me for being a bad person. And, they fucked with my head too much already to the point where it's there's going to be some spy shit coming. And some spy shit happening, of my own.
Yeah.
Enough is enough, along, with the pedophile shit, I can't believe that guy threw that crime.
Man, he had his daughter, dog, listen, and this is the most tripped out thing about it. I'm a grown man, 30 years old, he got his daughter back there bending over and all this stuff, like I'm on some weird little children stuff, and then I go outside to the street to go and get my mail, and his daughter, she's innocent, she doesn't know what's going on, she's a little girl. I go outside to the street to get my mail, and this fool's riding down the street with his daughter in his car, and his daughter sees me and starts smiling and getting happy and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, this sick motherfucker, he's going to have her going out into the real world doing that shit, trying to, you know what I mean? She's going to end up doing that shit at camp with some counselor or something like that, and this little bitch-ass fool's going to be the reason she gets molested, little bitch-ass fool. And so, that,
shit like that, and that dude online, you show me, he's like a kung fu master, I had to end up killing somebody. It's there's perks out there stupid enough. I've seen videos of I don't know, this one guy I was watching from Sacramento, and if he's close to my area, they got weird ass perks out here, dude, that will hang their pants down where their pubes are showing, and they'll walk by you and shit. There's a big thing in Sacramento where they dance. They like to dance, especially co-workers, construction workers, and shit like that.
What?
They got weird shit out here in Sacramento that they do. They'll have their pubes hang out of their pants, and they'll be walking by, just weird. It's Sacramento, dude. It's already full of weirdos, and let alone, I already knew that as it is, but after I finally found out I was part of this game stalking program, man, it gets almost twice as crazy. Because, it's the state capital. There's nothing but weirdos here, Well, there's
right.
good people, but,
I was in Sacramento one time. I was 7 years old or 6 years old, and all I can remember is the mountains. I was from Michigan, coming straight from Michigan. At that age, I had never left state, so I didn't know what mountains were. I saw the mountains. I just remember seeing the mountains.
Yeah, there's beautiful sites out here, Folsom and El Dorado, and there's old Sacramento. It has a lot of history to it, but there's a lot of fucking crazy motherfuckers out here.
I think the program's more hardcore in Cali, man.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. Especially in Southern California, but up there where you are in San Francisco and San Jose and up there, Oakland and all that stuff. Through my conspiracy research, man, that was a gigantic testing ground for mind control back in the 60s and 70s. And so, yeah, gigantic, man. And I think the stuff that's going, the Voice of Skull stuff, the B2K stuff, I think that stuff was going on back then. Back in the 60s, you can imagine, dude, back in the 60s, if somebody said they were hearing voices, people would be like, this motherfucker's crazy. He's on drugs or he's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
No, they still do,
Yeah, they still do that today. But thankfully you have the internet, so you can at least have something to reference. You can at least say there's other people it's happening to on YouTube and Google this. The government, Department of Justice admitted gang stalking is real. Google that. You got a little bit more stepping ground, but dude, you can imagine how many people they put away back then. Imagine how many people they told the people they were crazy and gave them medication. And then once you give you medication, now you're not thinking properly.
Yeah.
So now you really can't voice yourself like you want to. And so, it just makes you think, man, this stuff's been going on a lot longer than what people think. It's just, I think the gang stalking was going on 100 years ago and stuff. We just didn't know what it was. And they didn't have the technology, The only thing that's changed is the technology.
Well, technology, yeah, that's the part that freaks me out, and that's the part, like, I almost wish, like, me and you were, like, person to person talking or something, because I know over the phone, and I know, like, right now, like, I mean, you don't give a shit that we're being listened to. I don't give a rat's ass that we're being listened to. Well, but I do at the same time, because it's like, I feel like, it's like, fuck, dude, like, I mean, something has to be private, you know, and I, like, you know, I'm glad that I do have the internet, because, I mean, I didn't self-diagnose myself, or, like, look up on bipolar, I realized that I'm being game stalked. But, like, the thing is like, I want us to be, like, some movement, dude, like, and I know we will. Like, I want us to join together and be big, dude, like, kind of almost like anonymous or something, dude, and just hit these motherfuckers, you know, hard with, like, whistleblowing, I guess is what you call it, you know, and just, like, you know, expose them, because there's, like you said, there's too many people that this is happening to, you know what I mean?
Way too many people it's happening to, man. It's at such a... I mean, it really makes you look at... It's like an epidemic. Like I said, it's like the fucking crack epidemic. It's happening to so many people. It's like every time you turn around, there's somebody else on YouTube saying, you know, you should have heard... She said, the chick I was talking to, the woman I was talking to, when I did the Human Rights Conference a while ago tonight, she was saying that there's millions of people out there that's happening to.
Millions.
Millions, dude.
Shit, dude. Yeah.
And so...
Millions, like, as in, like, just around the world. I mean, I bet there's hundreds of thousands between, you know, just New York, Cali, all of it, you know.
Dude, it's millions, and it depends on what degree, because they're listening to all the... Dude, there was some chick on there, she said they were breaking in her crib, dog.
Breaking into her house?
Yeah, they were breaking in her house.
Fuck.
And,
well, I've heard that a few times, but rarely I've heard that shit. That's nuts.
Right, and then, you know, in today's world, with the NSA listening to everybody's phone calls and messages and stuff, I mean, everybody's being monitored. It just depends on to what degree, you know?
Well, yeah, see, I mean, I don't mind. Like, I mean, I do mind. I mean, it's worth a show, and we're being fucking monitored by, like, these perverts. So, like, it's like, you know, it's like the NSA and stuff, and the government, they want to be here, they want to conserve, and they want to protect us. And they're going to bend a couple rules, and they're going to keep it in, like, a so-called gray area. Let it be that, man. But, like, when it comes to game stalking, and, like, it's, I mean, sometimes it's not just game stalking, it's literally borderline paranormal, dude. Like you were saying.
Yeah.
With the hearse, but, like, not just the hearse. I'm not just referring to the fucking hearse, man. I'm referring to, like how the shit they're capable of is, like, they take you like a jail bit, like, to a normal person. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Listen, I'm outside. Listen to my scenario. I'm outside lifting weights today, and a dude lives next to me. He's cool, right? I call it, to me, you know, he's into the gang stalking thing, but he's still the homie, though. You know, if he ever asks me for some sugar or jelly or peanut butter, I give it to him. He's all right. He looks a lot. 90% of the time when he's out there, he looks nervous, and I can't figure out why is he so nervous. He knows I know what's going on, but he's still nervous, and I can't understand, like, why are you always nervous? You know, like, what do you got to be nervous about? But his wife comes out there, right? You should see, look, her ass, she had some shorts on one day in the front yard, and they were putting flowers in the ground. Her ass was busting out of the shorts. I'm sitting there. I had to go inside and change my pants because I had an erection. I had some boxers. I had some of those basketball shorts on. I had to go inside the house and put a pair of jeans on because her ass was busting out of the pants so hard. I had to hide my erection. Damn it. I'm for real. And they be bringing her out there, boy. As fine as she is, I love to see her coming out there.
Fuck, dude. So it was like the dude that was breaking down that, like, couldn't take anymore. Like, my neighbor was like that too. He's like, man, like, this is like 4 or 5 months ago. He's like, I can't. He's like, fuck, I have to wake up to this shit every morning.
Right.
It's like, dude, I have to wake up to this shit every morning. This is my life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they be out there tripping, man. They gotta wait. I don't understand. I'd be cool with them, man. They got one neighbor, like, in front of me. I mean, me and him didn't really used to talk. He moved here like a few years ago. I mean, I was in a different place at that time. I was kind of rude to like people for no reason, just because I was into all the conspiracy stuff I was into. But me and him, you know, we wave at each other and stuff. Like I saw him walking down the street, we gave each other a play. He seems cool, man. And so, you know, I talked to him now and then we'll wave at each other. Homie on one side of me, I think he's like a police officer or something. He's cool. I mean, I like him. We don't talk that much, but he seems all right. Then the other dude that stays next to me, he got, man, his wife, man. So you don't like those thick, you don't like those thick girls. You like skinny girls?
Yeah, I like them all. But yeah, not the skinny girls.
Yeah, they had her. He had his wife. He had his wife out there riding around on like this little tractor thing, and she had some jeans on. Boy, her ass. It was breaking through the jeans. I'm like, man, damn. I'm sitting there. What? That's what the program's doing to me. And he's sitting there looking. He's sitting there looking. He's sitting there looking like this fool's looking at my wife. You know, he thinks he's gonna sleep with my wife. Damn it. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there like, what am I supposed to do? Not look? God damn it. You know, all that ass out there in the front lawn. You think I'm not going to look? And so.
Yeah, it's a program of distraction. But like how you said, like that's the first time I heard you say, like, man, like when they threw that kid or whatever, like that perverted motherfucker out there. Like, you know,
oh, man, I don't think I never did like that dude, man. He came one time. I'm walking down the street, and like I said, his wife pulls up in the van, and so I'm like, what, did somebody pay you to spy on me or something? And she said no. I said, oh, okay. And I walk down the street, and this little bitch ass fool drives in front of my house with a little baseball bat in the car. Like, come on, dog. Yeah, like, well, you better come down here with a sawed-off shotgun, you know, and like his little bitch ass is really gonna do something with it. And so
I've never been something like that, but I would love to be. He was.
Hey, you should have heard him when he pulled up. He was like, what's going on, JR? Because my name's JAMEEL Rawls, and so a lot of people, I just use JR. I use JR a lot. People used to call me that at school, and so a lot of people, they know my name, but sometimes they just call me JR. Sometimes they call me JAMEEL or whatever. But he pulled up with a baseball bat, like, what's going on, JR? I'm like, motherfucker, if I pull up with a baseball bat, I'm gonna be talking hard. I'm gonna be like, man, what'd you say to my wife, man? You know what I mean? I would have been like that. He pulls up all scary and shit, and so I was like, the way he said it, he was like, you know, all sensitive and stuff. So I was just like, fuck it, you know. I just went ahead and talked to him. I'm like, man, yeah, that little weird weak shit. And then he's out there using his daughter and all that stuff. And then his daughter, man, this motherfucker's weird, man. Then his daughter, she sees me out there jump roping. I'm sitting there chilling. You know, she looks like she's about 10, 11 years old or something. She sees me and she's all happy and smiling. I felt bad, man. I'm like, now this little girl, she's all happy to see me because he had her bending over and telling her to do that. I'm like, man, why you pervert your daughter to go out? She's gonna go out and do that. She's gonna want to have to see what kind of reaction she gets. She's gonna go out and do that stuff for real, man. Somebody that might get her abducted. You know, there's some crazy people out there, man. And so,
I don't like that shit. Like, if you want to pull some UFO shit on me, or like you want to give me a headache at night, or you want to bang on my house like you've been doing the past week, that's fine, man.
Right.
But you don't put that shit in front of me, dude. That's serious business.
I mean, I wasn't mad about me. I was mad about his daughter. I'm like, man, something could happen to her because she could go out and do that to the wrong people. You know, his little bitch ass can't do nothing about it. Somebody would beat his ass if he tried to stop it. And so, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, that's a fucking, I mean, that's an Amber Alert right there, dude. For some creep out there will do it, you know?
Right.
I don't know.
Right, and so, that's, man, and so, but, you know, but as far as neighbors go, you know, it's just like, you got to deal, I've been living here, man, for 8 years. I don't even care no more about nobody around here. If somebody's nice to me, I'm nice to them, and I'll leave it at that, man. It is whatever they say it is. I'm out here grinding now on these human rights conferences and doing all this stuff. I'm trying to get out of this motherfucker by the end of the summer and never come back. You know, my mother's still living here. I come back and say hi to her, but, Shit, man. I've been everything I needed to gain around here. I already got it. So, fuck it.
But yeah, no, dude, the only thing that's different between me and you is like, and I don't come across rude. It's like I'm really distant. Like I'm more like introverted. Like I mean, I have close circles, and like from San Diego, you know, and like some people in NorCal. I'm really known in NorCal for my skateboarding abilities and shit. But like the thing is I moved so much. Like by the time we get comfortable, so this is the last place we're moving, is Folsom. And I get comfortable, so I can't get comfortable because we move like every year. Like we'll stick someplace, and then like we lived in Costa Rica, dude, and then we went from Costa Rica to El Dorado to Placerville. I think we moved like 12 to 15 times since I was a kid. So by the time I get to meet people, like I move, you know. So it's edgy as it is, and having agoraphobia, and then I'm gonna have to get used to this new place that got raided by the cops. You know, it's like, you know, thankfully this is the last place we're moving. So this is what I mean. Like I've kind of been living, not like a wolf, but I'm kind of like I'm just waiting. We're waiting. We're packing. We've already been evicted from this place, and we're waiting for the sheriffs to show up. And once we move to this Folsom house, I want to start my life over because it's the final house we're going to be living in for the rest of our life. Well, I mean, for my parents at least, to like it out.
Right. Right.
But like, you know, I've moved. That's I think the part you don't understand. Like I've moved like around the like world, like literally. Like I've stayed in one place. I think the longest for like 4 or like 5 years or something, and it was here in Granite Bay. And then I moved from here to San Diego, or I mean Costa Rica. I can't keep track of it, but like 12 to 15 times, you know.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that you travel a lot. You were talking about that before, how you had went down to like Nicaragua or no, Costa Rica.
Yeah, we lived in Costa Rica, by Tamarindo, the Pacific side, you know, and you know, did houses and shit there, and then we moved to San Diego, and then yeah, dude, I mean, we lived in foreign countries, third world countries. It finally, I mean, this is the final house. This is where we'll be the rest of our life. But the game stalking started at this house, and I'm never gonna forget this house. You know.
You'll never forget it. Just like my uncle before he died, he said he was saying you're in trouble, and I said what? He said you'll see. And then next thing you know they put they got paranormal. They had the lights on his fucking hearse. The program's paranormal, man.
Well, it's like they do shit that's fucked up. Like I'm subscribed to this guy Nappy or whatever, and they're driving in this car, like doesn't really cut in front of him, but pulls in front of him, and he's like, "Do you see what you perps do?" And at the back is a dusty car, and it has a ball with X's on it with kids smiling on it, and has a dick, like finger painted on the back of the van from San Jose, Sacramento, or whatever. And he was coming from Sacramento, San Jose, and it was a perverted dick that had like you know, I don't know if you saw it or not, but it was fucked up, dude. It looked like a fucking it was a dick with like smiley faces on it and shit, you know, but it went across the whole back of the van, you know, just to try and get us mad, you know.
Yeah.
They just do perverted shit that's like, you know, they think it's funny, and it's funny in a way, but at the same time, it's like, man, you guys, like exactly how he said, you guys are fucking just sick motherfuckers, you know.
Man, there's some bitch ass fools that they pick to work for them.
Stupid people, dude. I mean, I'm surprised at how smart and how, like, I mean, I'm giving them credit, and I hate doing that, but for how smart and intelligent that these motherfuckers are, they hire some stupid ass people, you know. You would think that, like, for their money and stuff, they would hire people that would actually be good, like, undercovers, besides, like, hiring
I kind of a lot of the gang stalking with the neighbors and stuff. It don't really bother me. Like there's these one little kids, and they were outside, and like they use the kids sometimes. The kids were outside doing backflips, and they were showing me that how they do backflips and stuff. And the kids are so innocent, man. They don't know, you know what I mean? They don't really know what's going on. They just know what the adults tell them. And then, like one of the dudes that lives next to me, I can tell when he comes outside, I can tell he really doesn't want to be doing it, man. I can tell by the look on him that he really just wants to live his life, live a normal life. He's married, he has children. He just wants to live it out. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, he's working for the program. It doesn't look like he's really trying to be like nefarious or malicious. It just looks like he's just trying to grind some extra dollars out. And so, but other times there's people out there. I haven't really seen it with my neighbors, but other times there's motherfuckers out there who try to get some sort of power trip or something like that off the gang stalking. And I don't care about, one thing about me is I don't care about nothing, man. To be honest with you, I don't ever worry about nothing. I don't care about nothing. It's just like I'm at a point in my life now where, I'm going to succeed no matter what. I'm going to have the type of life I want to have no matter what. There's nobody out there. There's nobody or nothing out there I need. Like I got everything right here, and I'm meeting new people and I'm having a good life. And just like the gang stalking program knows I'm going to be successful, just like they know you're going to be successful, and that's what it is. And so I let everybody go about their business, man. But then every now and then there'll be somebody who's trying to they're trying to get some energy. They're trying to take your energy. They got personal issues in their life, and so because they got paid to gang stalk you, they're trying to mess with you to fulfill their life. I'm trying to improve my life every day, man. But I'm not. Sometimes, man, the old Jameel might come out, man. I might, walk up to him and bust him in the mouth or something. If I was having, if I'm having like an off day or something,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, no, not everybody. I mean, you don't wake up in a perfect mood. Nobody does. And, like for it to be gang stalked and to be watched every day of your life, year by year, every single day, everything you do. I mean, that's what I don't want to happen. It's like I've changed a lot, I've stopped, I've stopped taking my psych meds for the most part. I got off of seeing a crooked doctor subscribing me, like 6 milligrams of Klonopin and Xanax and like, shit that I didn't really need, but I just took it along with beer and shit. And like I'm doing better and stuff. And it's like I'm fighting demons kind of as is, and it's like, I don't want that old Steve to come out of me either. Like, and like, end up, and I won't. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I mean, I could, I'm small, but I got muscles, and I'm strong. I don't want to take it out of anybody, I just want to live a good life,
Right. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, man. A part of it, I think the program sometimes wants you to do that. They want you to jap out on somebody and do something wrong, because if you do that, then they can say, and they can use that against your character. They can say you got a character flaw.
Right. No, yeah, that's the thing. And I also think like a lot of neighbors, I want to blame a lot. I want to blame a lot of my neighbors for this shit, but at the same time, I don't want to blame them, because I feel like yeah, they got sucked in this program, or like somebody showed them a badge, or whatever, however the fuck it works. Like they got part of this process, and now they're stuck in it like a jail, kind of like I am.
Man, that same neighbor, the dude, that's the homie right there. God damn it, his wife's so fine, I call him the homie. They got that's the homie. They got his wife outside wearing some tight ass shorts on the deck, ass just busting out the shorts. Then they got a short blonde girl, looks just like Barbie with a fat ass out there. Her ass is busting out. Then they got the daughter out there looking fine as a motherfucker. She's skinny and like petite, but she's still fine as a motherfucker, looking like an Italian model or something. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting out there looking at all of them. And I'm like, this is what it's all about, baby. This is what the program's all about. You know what I mean? And so.
I want that type of shit, man. Yeah.
Right.
I'm getting like
Hey, hey, the program, they hit me with some weird. I went through a lot of that stuff, man. When I first was when I first was hiding inside my mother's house for that month, man, that's all I had was, you know, they had me think I thought it was a hit. You know what I mean? Like, I thought people were trying to kill me. They had helicopters out and airplanes out. And every time I looked out the window, they'd have a car in front of my house and stuff. And I know what you're going through, man. You know the program.
It's the drones, and it's not just the bumping, like occasionally. Like, I also heard that on the website. I think I did something about, like, they, like, fucking with parts of your house. But, I mean, like, I'll hear a thump on the corner of my roof, like, where I can't even point out where it's at. And then I'll hear thumping towards this back bathroom all the time. I mean, let me see if I can take it. Let me hold on 1 second.
All right.
No, I'm just saying, anyways, there's certain parts of my house where, like, wherever I go, they'll make thumping sounds. Like, on their fence, or, like, you know, like, I'll get on the side of my roof, I'm getting a ghost. I want some of that pussy shit. I don't want that. I mean, I'd rather see girls and have this paranormal shit going on, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not afraid of it, but at the same time, it's like, it's some awkward shit. And then, like, at night, like, the kids will mimic the exact music I listen to that stay out here in this little trailer van. And, like, I'll hear them, like, mimicking shit that I say. I mean, they're about my age, you know. I never see them face to face, but, I mean, I'd love to. But, like, they, you know, it's definitely outside on my porch. Like, the neighbors across the way are, like, all four of them.
The thing I like about my neighbors, the ones that use their wives, is, like, they're players about the shit. Like, they're just like, yeah, you know, put on some shorts or put on them tight spandex or whatever. You know, Jameel's not used to, you know, Jameel has been out of the loop for a while. Go ahead and show him some of that ass. You know, don't worry about nothing. You know, he knows how to handle it. You know, they seem like they're players about it. You know, and then that little bitch ass fool had to use a little girl. You know what I mean? Like, what type of shit is that? But so I'm outside chilling. They had they used to, boy, everybody around here got some fine ass wife. That's the whole thing about, I mean, you know, all these people around here got some pretty wives. And so I just be sitting there, you know what I mean? Like, if you put those shorts on them and you have them walk around, you know Jameel's gonna look. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I know the program got some doing it. Oh, I'm looking. You know?
Maybe that's what they did. They saw you, like, isolating or something, but, like, now it's like I didn't like my neighbors to begin with really when I moved here. I didn't really care, like, for them. But now that they're like, you know, doing this bully shit, it's like, oh, this game stalking, dude, it's like, you motherfucker. Like, I mean, I already, like, dislike you motherfuckers, and now you're gonna pull this shit with me. It's like, I don't know. I had the new house, I guess another point that I'm getting at is that's where my life is really going to start, because, I mean, I did a lot of isolating here. There's not really anywhere to go where I live. I live on a cross street by, like, a Taco Bell, it's fast food, and unless you drive, there's nowhere to go. But there's a new house I live at. There's, like, a zoo, there's the river, there's bike trails, there's all kinds of, you know, there's all kinds of shit, you know what I mean? Whereas here, it's like if you're not driving or doing anything, you know, you're kind of fucked. And, like, right now, my dad is just working on his house nonstop since we got evicted, and it got raided, and, you know, and when we move in there, that time, I'm just gonna hit the road running, dude. I'm just gonna keep walking, and when I go into stores, I'm gonna tell the manager that let it backfire on their face. I'm just gonna be like, look, dude, I'm being game stalked, I'm being organizedly stalked by a group of people. I'm a normal shopper, and I'm just here to shop. And if you could just watch out, just simple shit like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what I do. I walk right up to the manager. You should see how I do it. There's an area not that far. There's a street called Harvey Street where they got malls and stores. I even go into the stores that are only women's stores. Just so I can walk up to the manager and just so I can look at all the ass in there. Walk up to the manager and tell him who I am. I give him my phone number. I tell him I'm JAMEEL RAWLS. Blah 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 blah. Did interviews, with celebrity, quasi-celebrity figures in Hollywood. Beat this, beat. I just give them the complete rundown. I'm not scared about it, and they know I'm not scared. I walk up to them. The most they can do is they deny that they know anything about it, and I don't care. They try to make you think there's something wrong with you or you're tripping. I mean, you say what I tell them. I tell them what it is, man, and I give them my name and my phone number and all that stuff. And I'm not scared. And if there's a pretty girl working there that I'm talking to, I'm gonna cut into her. I'm gonna let her know that her boyfriend can't do for what I can do for her. You know what I mean? And so that's where it's at. Yeah.
Well, man, that's the same way. That's the same way when I go into stores. That's exactly what I'm saying. That I am being. I don't know if you know about organized game stalking, but I am. It's not a feeling. I know I'm being stalked. I'm being followed, and if you can be watch. Just kind of watch out. Or you just keep it simple. So if they are empowered, it backfires on them. And not only that, they can watch and see that I actually am a good Samaritan. I mean, I'm actually there to shop and do my own shit. I'm not here to be fucked up. You know what I mean?
Right. And so, I just let them know what's up, man. Just let them know. Just drop it on them. You know that song? You ever heard that song? You dropped the bomb on me. You dropped the bomb on me. That's how I feel. I dropped the bomb on them. I walk in there and let them know immediately who I am, what's going on.
Yeah. That's the shit I gotta get used to, dude. Like I said, I'm moving. I probably got, the sheriffs haven't posted the piece up on the door, yet. But I mean, when they do, I have probably less than 4 days to get out of here. And that's the truth. And I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'm gonna hit the ground running. So like when I'm gonna start skating, but like when I start skating and I go into public, I go to Dimple, a record store, I go to Rayleigh's, I go to an electronics store. I'm gonna tell them everything about me. That I'm a targeted individual. I mean, they can believe what they want, but I'm being stalked, and I'm not mad about it, but I mean it's illegal, and I need you to know about it.
Yeah, man. Tell them what's going on, and let them know that you talk to every store, or you don't have to say that, but just let them know what's going on, man. Like maybe give them, give them a link, pull up a video of you talking to me on YouTube or something, and be like, look, there's other people going through it.
Yeah, and I mean there's a lot of people too, which I'm glad too that don't know about the program at least. They're not looking at us as schizophrenics and shit like they did back in the 60s and the 80s and all that shit. They're actually starting to believe it. I mean, it's starting to become more a reality than a conspiracy to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's so obvious. I don't think you can deny it anymore.